Attention! Attention! May I have everyone's attention? It's almost time. So while you're waiting, get a piece of paper out, something to write with. I don't care if it's a pencil, pen, marker, lipstick. I don't care what it is. Then get your movie ready to where all you have to do is press play and get any snacks and drinks you want while waiting, because we're gonna have a blast once we start. Enjoy.
Yo, what's up everybody? How's it going? I'm still a little sick, so sorry about the sniffles and the coughing or whatever. Because it's going through its little system, so that's also why I sound a little bit different as well. So what's going on, Fizzy Boz? What's going on? What's up, Darth Andy Trips? Hey, what's going on, Sam? How's it going? Nice to see you. The cool thing about this is after the show, Sam will be joining the discussion, so that'll be fun. You're at school right now? Have a good live? Hey, appreciate it, Fizzy Boz. Hope you have a great day at school, man. Alright, so Kenobi episode 5 just came out. I'm super excited. I'm hoping we get some flashbacks. I want to see some more Vader, more Obi-Wan, a little bit less of Reva, whatever her name is, Reva. I think her name's Reva. So I still actually have a lot to say based off of the series in general. I'm planning on doing a review and stuff like that. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, beautiful. Good. It's not glitching out like the last stream. I have a lot to say, but we're just going to hold it until after, all right? Because the discussion's afterwards. So let's get right into it. I'm excited. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. By the way, I'm not skipping. No, Wade! Not Wade! Alright. Let's get into it. By the way, I changed a little bit of the audio setup just so that way you guys don't hear the show through the stream, but I'll put my volume back up once we discuss. More stuff happened to Wade? No, that was just the recap. What's going on, Trips? Remind me of the Ray last name. Oh, we'll talk about that after. Here we go. Obi-Wan Kenobi. No way. Oh, this is sick. Oh my. Yeah, that way it's a reminder. Oh. Never mind. I'm surprised people didn't start saying, "Where's Wade?" I am still so confused about him. Oh, wow. I just want to go back and see if I can recognize anything. Break it down. Wow. Oh my. Can we get Vader, please? Sheesh. It's just getting... Now it's getting to the point where it's getting annoying with her. Just like... Come on. I mean... 2 episodes left. No rush though. Maybe we can find some answers finally. Maybe. What? Did that trooper know? And now he told her? How did he find out? What? Wait. Now I'm confused. What? That's a bit weird. Oh. I figured she'd turn good. I mean, I could be wrong, but I always kind of had that thought in the back of my mind. Oh, dude. Please, let's see more. Uh, Killing Grievous? Duh. Sheesh. There we go. Why is the camera so shaky? I don't like that. Like, dude, what the? I can't see what's going on. Dude. Dude, keep the camera steady, dude. What the heck? I mean, this is awesome, but it's like my eyes are trying to focus. Sheesh-a-loo, man. Oh, man. Oh, my. Oh, come on. Serious? Come on, really? Focus on Obi-Wan, please. Oh my, dude. We're gonna have a discussion, are we? Another Wade scenario. Completely ridiculous. Oh my, dude. Frickin' believable. Oh man. What? He just gave. Oh my. This is so bad. Oh, please. Give me a break. Give me a break. Oh my, dude. I am more annoyed right now than. Especially after recently watching A New Hope. Breaks my heart, man. So they're gonna basically say he didn't learn from his mistake? Did it? Oh my. Oh my. This is a joke, dude. Honestly. It's like I'm watching some fan film right now. Okay. I mean, that's sick. Alright. Oh, dude! Oh, crap. Is that how they're gonna tie in the I was but the learner, now I am the master type of deal? Really? This is pretty cool. I'm not even gonna lie. he's not even trying. He's just toying with her. Fly away, lady. Fly away. Oh, I swear. Imagine if they actually did that. Oh, wow. I feel like Vader wouldn't even do that, to be completely honest. I mean, this is sick. I love it, but I just feel there's a couple things out of character for him in terms of lore, but is he gonna behead her? No, just a stab. Oh, that's okay. It's a Disney stab. It's alright. She'll come back to life. It's okay. Just a stab. Not that those are lethal. Oh, he knew. Oh, there's the Grand Inquisitor. Oh, so he's alive. Oh, there we go. I gotcha! Such bullcrap. Oh my gosh, this is so stupid. What? Really? Wow. Oh. It's okay, get up. It's just a tickle. There you go. Use your hatred. Oh my. Oh, here we go. Why would he do? Ah, I hate it. Oh my. Oh. That's not a good sign. I'm gonna check how much time's left. Wow. And that's it. All right, let's discuss. All right, hang on. Give me 1 sec, y'all. Give me 1 sec. Let me get Sam on the Discord call here. Hey, yeah, can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Sorry. Can you hear me now? All right, sweet. Let me put you up so that way they can hear you. All right, go ahead and talk for a sec.
Okie dokie.
All right. Can you guys hear Sam okay? Chat? And can you guys hear me okay? Is the volume good on this? So, I'm going to describe this episode in 3 words. You ready? What a joke.
What?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, there were some cool parts in it, like really sick parts that I really enjoyed, but oh man, there was just so many problems I had with it. It was ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They had me hyped up too, man. Like all the way from the beginning with you know, the flashbacks. I was wanting a flashback, you know. And I was a little disappointed when they, you know, when at first, right? They started the flashback and then it went off, right? When they clashed sabers, I was like, bruh, don't tell me that's the only flashback we're getting. And then they were like calling back from it. But we're gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down, all right? What's going on? Trips, Real Wade, Ryan, Mandalorian, Martin. How's it going? Is it on yet? I haven't seen it yet. All right, then you might want to leave now. Go watch it. I should probably stop the timer. Whoops. Hee. Let me reset that timer. All right. Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it right now because we're gonna be getting into spoilers when we're talking about it right now. Way better. Episode 5 out of 10 from 3 out of 10. All right. So we're gonna dive into it. I'm not even gonna give it a number right now because I feel like I gotta take in everything. That felt quick, which I guess is a I don't know. I guess is a good thing, but at the same time, I wanted to. There was a time where I was just like, okay, how much time is left, which isn't a good thing for me. And man, how long was this one? First off,
Like 42 minutes.
Okay, so that's with credits. So okay, 30. First, I thought they were supposed to. I thought they advertised that they were gonna be like an hour. I thought it was supposed to be 6 episodes in an hour. I don't know. Is this watch party even legal? Yeah, because I'm not showing it. But if we just have a timer, we pretty much just discuss it afterwards. Yo, Gray, back to the super serious questions. You have popcorn. I do not. I did not have popcorn. Although, let's break this down, okay? So, one more episode left, Sam.
I know. I was like, I like this episode. It was just kind of crazy how the Inquisitor was a youngling. Kind of a stretch, but I don't know. Like, I still liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was entertaining for sure. I just think it brought up a lot of problems with lore. And honestly, when it comes to entertainment, there was only certain parts. There was a lot of the parts where I was just out of it most of it. It felt like. And a lot of so let me break down what I'm talking about. That way you can kind of see what I'm saying. Okay. Hold on. Let me mute this. That way I forget and get copyrighted here. If you guys hear the show, please let me know. You guys shouldn't. I'm muting it, and right now it's like loading and not. I might have to refresh this. Okay, so we got the little recap, and then we went straight into a flashback. And one thing I'm gonna try to avoid, okay, is to, for the sake of the discussing this episode, I'm gonna try and stay away from the mistakes from the previous 4 episodes in terms of lore. Obviously, I won't be able to avoid all of it because some are linked, but I'm gonna try and do that. Okay. So we start off with the flashback, and there was one thing I noticed. I kind of want to rewatch this part. The one thing I remember seeing was Obi-Wan's lightsaber at the. I'm looking to see if I can find it. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It looks a little weird. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can timestamp it. Do you have it open, Sam?
What, the show?
Yeah.
No.
If you can't, pull it up. See what I'm talking about? Like if you
I watched
it's
it on my PlayStation.
I noticed it the first time. It was 2:31.
For?
Huh?
For what?
The timestamp.
Timestamp for what?
Oh, just to see the top of Kenobi saber. To me, I thought it looks a little weird. I'm gonna pull it up, and because I'm pretty sure that's not how it actually looks like. This is something small, but I noticed it right off the bat when it first started. You know, I'm gonna be talking about everything. The top looks weird. Like that's not how it's supposed to look. Am I right, guys, or am I just tripping? Ryan gives it a 2 out of 10. I see where you're coming from, man. I'm not gonna rate it yet because I feel like I gotta like pile everything first, and then we'll see. But in terms of lore, it's gonna be nowhere near the passing grade. That's for dang sure. There's way too many problems with this. Way too many. And that's just my first time watching it, so I guarantee the next like 3-4 times.
You didn't enjoy it though?
I enjoyed parts. There was just some things I was just so frustrated about, man.
You know what I
Some
really
parts
liked?
didn't even feel like Star Wars. Oh yeah, go for it. The Vader.
I liked, yeah, Vader.
Dude, yeah, Vader carried this episode so hard. I'm a sucker for watching Vader's power, but then again, a lot of it felt like I was watching a fan film. You know what I mean? Like,
Really?
yeah, it just felt really off a lot of the parts. But yeah, let's start with that. Light says a 9.5 out of 10. Interesting.
Wow.
I wouldn't give it anywhere near that, but okay, all right. Isn't there only supposed to be 10 episodes, only one season? No, 6 episodes, one season. But I don't know. They might change that because they're realizing that this. First off, I don't know what took them so long. This is obviously just a cash grab, but I don't understand why they wouldn't try and do something more with this, since this is literally their #1 thing on Disney Plus. So it's even bigger than the Mandalorian. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But as of right now, this is the only season that's confirmed and only 6 episodes, meaning 1 more left. You know. But no,
Yeah.
I'm curious what you guys think. 231. The top of his saber. This may just be a little nitpick here, all right? But I don't even want to call it really a nitpick because if I'm seeing it for my first time and it's not even really matching up, to me maybe it's just a training saber, but it looks, I don't know. It may just be a training saber because they are training with it, and it would make sense in comparison to like real lightsabers. But then again, they look like real sabers, and it looked like that was actual Anakin's lightsaber. So I don't know, but the top looks really weird. Book of Boba Fett season 2 maybe. Honestly, they already written Boba Fett for me, so I mean, I'd like it obviously, but in terms of lore, I wouldn't get my hopes up with that. Anyways, we'll keep going. We'll come back to that. So they're obviously doing their little flashback. I wish we would have gone. I would have enjoyed a better flashback personally, but I'll take what I can get, I guess. I mean, I'm not really that type of person that's like that, but it wasn't bad in my opinion. It wasn't great. In fact, I wouldn't even say it's really good. It was just kind of, it wasn't bad. It was just kind of, there. Some of the shots of Vader looked weird to me. Like the 2 minutes 51 seconds, that shot right there where it's kind of like a zoom in on his face. I don't know why. It looks weird to me.
Wait, what looks weird?
Just the shot of Vader at 251.
Okay, maybe I should pull it up.
Yeah, you should. You should. Because I want to be like breaking this down a little by little here.
I could tell because you went 20 seconds into the show.
Since the last thing.
Yes. I don't know.
And I'm just kind of curious. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know, man. Typically, I'm pretty on point on point when it comes to this stuff.
Do
you see it? I mean, like I said, this.
I haven't pulled it up yet.
Oh, okay, you should let me know. All right, I'm
like debating if I want to.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep going.
You could be the nitpicker, and I could be the things that or the person that says the good things about it.
I looked. Well, I'll say the good things about it too, but I just had a lot of problems with it. Let's see. I've looked this up not too long ago before, but what do you call it? I'd consider maybe the two things I mentioned were nitpicking, but typically I typically don't nitpick because technically the definition, okay, is looking for small or unimportant errors or faults, okay? The way the Vader looks, I guess you could say is a nitpick, but the top of the saber, I mean, if that doesn't really look right, then I mean, I don't know. It's kind of an important detail. I'm just getting through it. First off, okay, now that I forgot this guy's name because obviously, why should I remember him? It's the guy in the green. He was in episode 2. Sam, you following me? You know his name?
The guy in the green from episode 2?
Yeah, he has like a.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not Roken.
Yeah, that guy. The guy that starts with an R, I believe, right?
Wait, are you talking about the guy who pretends to be a Jedi?
Yeah, that guy.
That's like, that's
Rohan
not
or something? I don't know. Is that it? Did I say it?
No, it's not Rohan.
I feel like it starts with an R.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't? Okay, I don't know. Regardless, you know who I'm talking about, right? They still didn't answer anything about that. They just have this guy he just shows up here. He's like, "Hey, yeah, I'm here. What's up? I encountered that Inquisitor lady, and now they're after me, so I came here." Huh?
Haja.
Okay, that name.
Haja.
All right, whatever. But he's back here now, right? And now he's like, "Oh, I could swindle these people or whatever. I can do my thing here," and it just doesn't make sense to me because it's like, okay, is this guy like bipolar or something? Like half of him really wants to help people and half of him wants to screw people over? Because when we met him, he was screwing people over, out of their credits and stuff, And I still don't understand why he decided to help Obi-Wan and now is over here. Maybe he's over here because he's trying to save himself, but even then, it doesn't make sense because later on, Obi-Wan hands him his stuff, which is a huge problem of its own, which we're not there yet. We're in the 4-minute mark here. But basically, my point is they didn't. I don't even know why they even brought him in here. They didn't answer any questions with them. It's just they put him in to put him in. Like, listen, I'm okay with them having different people in the show, obviously, okay? But it is the Kenobi show, okay? I want to see Kenobi and I want to see Vader. I don't want to see all unnecessary parts, especially when there's only 2 episodes left. I felt like a lot of it was just wasted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there were so many parts where I'm like, okay, let's get on with it. It wasn't until I'll tell you when that I started to feel that. And by the way, I think the next part I'm gonna bring up is. Well, let me see here. So we got Vader. Then we got the droid. Okay. Oh wait. Oh yeah. I want to break down the sabers. I want to see if I see maybe any Easter eggs. See if I recognize any at first glance. Oh wait. Whoa. No, that's not it. I'm looking at the different sabers. Huh?
Nothing.
It's at 6:45 if you guys want to take a look with me. Hmm. I was gonna say, like, at first glance, one of them kind of looked like Mace Windu's, but it's not. It's not. After taking a second look. Huh?
Was it confirmed that he didn't die?
Pretty much. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
So it's confirmed that he didn't die.
Yeah. There's no way he died. He lived.
I'm not asking. There's no way. I'm asking. Was it ever confirmed?
Let me tell you how far it got confirmed by George Lucas himself. Mace Windu said, "Hey, can I be alive?" Mace Windu said, "Sure," or not Mace Windu. George Lucas said, "Sure." So take that as you will. So yeah, I get that is confirmed. I guess I mean, he said sure. But I know that sounds dumb, but trust me, there's a whole reason of why Mace Windu's alive. Maybe not necessarily alive right now, 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, but he did survive at least that point between Anakin and the Emperor. He jumped off. I mean, he was alive when he hopped out the window. What'd you say?
Do you remember the theory of Windu being Snoke?
Yeah, there was tons of theories and stuff.
Well, yeah, I know that. I'm just asking if you remember that one.
Yes. I don't recognize any off the top of my head. Some have similar designs, but of certain people's, but I'm sure there's some Easter egg there that I'm missing. I'm probably gonna have to dive deeper into that. But nothing I can see off the top of my head there. We then go back to the flashback. Then we get that. Vader's going, okay, go, go, go. Empire gets there. Okay, and here's another thing. So, I mean, I guess I don't know. It's hard to say, man, because I feel like they messed it up so much to a point where I feel like it almost forces their hand, man, when they make these decisions in the past, and it kind of screws over these future episodes. What's up, Red Ninja? Heard Disney might make a season 2. I mean, I'd be down. I think Reva and Obi-Wan will fight on Tatooine like he did protecting Luke against Maul. I mean, that seems to be correct. I think that will happen.
Why would Reva go for Obi-Wan, though? Because she got stabbed, or...
Wait, what?
Why would Reva go after Obi-Wan still? Like, why?
That's a great question. And we're gonna. Well, I feel like hold on. I feel like my brain's not even there yet. I want to break it down from the beginning first because, like I said, I have a lot of problems with it. Regardless, we did the whole ladder thing, and then wait, was it this part? Hold on. He's looking at that. Okay, another thing that I'm not sure I have a problem with yet, but I want to think about this. What's his name?
She saw Organa in the hologram, but she didn't see Luke alive.
What?
Nothing, go ahead. I'm reading chat.
Oh, she saw that Luke is alive in the hologram? No, what? What are you talking about?
She saw Organa.
Yeah, not even Leia Organa. That was Bail Organa. Right. There was nothing in there was no kid in the hologram. It was just a mention of his kids and then Tatooine. And here's and that brings me to my next point, right? Is why would Bail do that? And I'm trying to wrap my head around why he would do that. He said he was worried, but he should know out of I mean, everybody. We're talking about the guy who literally made the trip to Tatooine to talk to Kenobi. You know, and he even said, "I know we're not supposed to contact." Like, I don't know. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying it breaks lore, but it's just something I need to think about, if that makes sense. So I don't know how I feel about Bale responding, but we'll just say we're okay with it for the time being. It's at that point around 12:42 when that hologram shuts off, right? And then that one lady comes in, the lady I don't remember the name of. That's where I started to be like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. They're talking back and forth, and I'm like, there's 2 episodes left. Why are you wasting time on this character? I don't care about this character. I doubt very many people do. People came to watch Kenobi and Vader. You know what I mean? It's like, and she should have died last episode, in my opinion. I'm still can't wrap my head around how she even survived, to be completely honest. But I mean, they're talking. I'm skipping 10 seconds at a time. They're still talking. It's not until 14:18, so they're at least 2 minutes of the show where they're just legit talking about why she's a part of the rebellion and why she's left the Empire. Listen, that's okay, but it's not the right time, in my opinion. We get those stories all the time. It's the normal rebel sob story. Why I joined the rebellion. Yes, every single person there is there for a reason. Everyone has a sob story. We don't need to know hers. I just feel like it's a waste of time. And if they just did it once, I'd be fine with it. But they do this all of the time, and I'm tired of it. Not only in the show, but in any show, you name it. Any show that Disney does now, it's, in terms of Star Wars, it's ridiculous.
Are you talking about Reva's?
No, I'm talking about this one lady I don't know the name of. The one that, the Imperial office, or sorry, the Empire, I can't even think right now, man. What?
Ala?
Yeah, her.
The one that died.
Yeah, the one that died, which, oh, dude, let me just tell you, it took me out of the Star Wars area when she died, okay? It did not feel like Star Wars at all. I had a huge problem with that, but we're not there yet, so we're going to take it one step at a time. All right. We got all the Empire waiting outside the door, okay. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, another thing. That was another thing that was, like, really weird to me, right? Is Obi-Wan told the guy, saying, hey, I want to talk to the Inquisitor or whatever, right? And then all of a sudden, this purge trooper goes to the Inquisitor and, like, tells her or something. I was so lost. I'm like, how did they know that Obi-Wan wanted to talk with them? They're on the other side of the door. What, you got, like, a direct communication line or something? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm talking about or no?
Repeat that?
Okay, so, it's around the 14 minute, 15 second mark. Somewhere around there. And
I decided not to pull it up, sorry.
That's fine, you don't have to pull it up. I'm just trying to give people context just in case they want to follow with me. But
okay,
I don't know if that's exactly when he says it because it is muted, but it's around this time where he basically says, I want to talk with the Inquisitor. And then all of a sudden it cuts back to, I'm trying to play it. I don't know why my thing's being super slow. Okay, I'm playing it. I think it's actually 14:28, I believe, where he's saying this. I don't want to, like, play it on stream and then it get copyrighted. But it's like, okay, it's like he said it, and it cuts back to the Empire side, and it has, like, the purge trooper by the door, and he's walking toward the Inquisitor like he heard it. Like, I don't know. I felt that felt a little weird. I don't know. Because it's not like he yelled it. You know what I mean? They're like, they're breaking down the door. But anyways, the purge trooper stops what he's doing, man, and he goes to the Inquisitor, and he tells her, I guess, because then she's all like, puts her hand up to stop, even though no one's doing anything. It makes no sense. Like, it's hilarious. It's just hilarious to me as I'm watching this, man. Like, it's a joke. Like, she puts her hands up. What for? Like, they're not doing anything anyways. They're just sitting there. But anyways, Kenobi goes up to the door, She goes up to the door. First off, I cannot believe Kenobi would not even see her igniting her lightsaber through. I saw that coming a mile away. I'm very surprised that he obviously didn't get cut by it. If he got cut by it, I would have, let's just say, I would have freaked out, 100%. You agree, Cooper? I hope I'm not the only one seeing this stuff. I mean, I don't even consider this stuff nitpicking because it's not unnecessary stuff. This is legit things that are problems.
Well,
and go for it.
I mean, not necessarily for that specific thing, right? Because you said like about the lightsaber and stuff, but I mean things about like you say that they don't answer, you know?
Yeah.
Either they don't answer, or it doesn't necessarily make sense with the lore just yet.
Not even just yet. It could be a direct contradiction. Like I just recently. Go ahead.
I know. Hold on. Just give me a second.
Yeah, go for it.
So but we also thought about. I mean, I know there's only one episode left, but we also thought about the same thing with the Grand Inquisitor because you were like, well, it broke lore because he's in Rebels and stuff like that. But they came back and I don't know how he's alive, but they at least fixed that issue that he's still living. Maybe they will like explain why, but I feel like they might give us a little bit more answers than what we have now, that they're going to explain the lore or why they broke lore a little bit more, or just make more sense, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of points to touch on there. First off, they basically gave their reasoning of how the Grand Inquisitor is alive, and I'll get to that in just a second, which is also a lose-lose situation, like I said before. Hold on, I don't even want to talk about the Grand Inquisitor yet, because, oh man, boy, do I got something to say to Disney about that, man. The more I think about it, the more of a joke it seems like. And listen, oh man, okay, all right, let's just continue. But on that note of what you're saying, right, about the continuity and the lore and stuff like that, I recently watched A New Hope, and there's just some things that they are just straight out contradicting, or like there's obviously some things that don't make sense, right? There's obviously some things that don't really I guess it fits in the not sense category when it says it doesn't fit in lore, but like there's just some things that are straight up contradicting, and I'll get to some of those in a minute. And I'm going to be starting a new series, and I'll be talking about it after the last episode, after it all comes out and stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and continue the breakdown or whatever. So he's talking to her through the door, right around the 15-minute mark. They're talking. We find out a little bit more about Reva. It answers a bit more questions, which I'm happy about. That's one thing I enjoyed, okay? Because I was getting to the point where I was sick of seeing Reva, especially when she came off the ship. I'm like, dude, listen, I get it and don't get it at the same time. I get it because I feel like at this point, what are they gonna do? Just kick her out of the show? You know, it wouldn't make any sense. But at the same time, it's like they should have planned ahead and, you know, really thought it out. And it's not the Reva show, okay? And it feels like I'm watching Kenobi and a lot of Reva, you know, and I want to see Kenobi and Vader. You know what I mean? That's kind of what the show's about. No one went into the show. They didn't market Reva. You know what I mean? They marketed Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen because they know that's what we want to see. And they go ahead and they make so much about Reva. And I was one of the people that, you know, I did not necessarily enjoy her character, but I didn't dislike it at the same time. I was just in the middle, and I'm like, I just want to know more, right? And I felt like the more she was in it, right, it was not only taking away from Vader and Kenobi, and was just dragging on at times, but I wasn't even figuring out more info about her. And there was even times where I felt like she did things out of character, where I'm just like, well, I didn't really expect her to do that. Now we're back to, like, what, square zero? Like, I'm still learning about her, but I still have the questions from episode 1, which they answered one of them in episode 2, but I'm like, how does she know more, all this stuff about Anakin? Like, there's no way that she could just know about the stuff, and they finally answered it in this. So that's a good thing, right? That at least the part that she was in, they at least answered, so that was a good thing. I enjoyed that. The only thing that is kind of weird to me is in the flashback, it looked like Anakin was right in front of her, and she said that like she like played dead, but it's just like
I don't understand that part because it's like he sliced her or I don't know, how did she play dead?
Right, like I could understand how she played dead of just like lying there acting like she got sliced up or something or shot down, but here's the thing that doesn't make sense, right? Is like it looked like he was right in front of her, like, and she was standing up. And it was just like, that was really confusing for me. Because I'm like, okay, now her story isn't... Like, Anakin wouldn't have just let her live, So...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You thought this show was better? Better than what? Well, pause though. This was supposed to be a movie. She probably wasn't supposed to be explained this much. What do you mean? What do you mean this was supposed to be? It's a show. It's just they confirmed that it's a show and a 6-episode deal, and then they said it was supposed to be an hour for each episode, and then they said that you could put it as like a 6-hour long movie, which obviously isn't the case because the last one was like less than 30 minutes, which is like what at max 10 minutes more than a Clone Wars episode. It's just I don't know. It's annoying. Probably wasn't supposed to be explained this much because if she does die, there's no injury to canon. Agreed, but I'm gonna get to why that isn't, because I actually made a comment about something later on, which I'm gonna get to as I was watching the watch party, and I said it as a joke, but at the same time I was being a little serious, and then it happened to be true, which just goes to show how ridiculous Disney is when it comes to this. Like it feels like they don't even care. Like seriously, it's like I said, I just recently rewatched A New Hope. I cannot see how someone can watch episode 3 and 4 and make this show. It just does not add up. It does not add up, and I'll get to those reasons in a minute. Or if she wasn't in the show at all, it wouldn't hurt canon. Yeah, I wish they didn't. Honestly, I wish Inquisitors didn't even exist. I think the concept of them is stupid. Especially after seeing what we did after what happened in episode 2. It's the same junk. And then I think the beginning of episode 3, or maybe that was the end of episode 2. I have to look back, but the last episode, but it's still a bait and switch. I'm saying the original plan for the show as a movie. I mean, that was leaked, but they never did confirm a Kenobi movie. That it was heavily leaked, but it didn't get like that far really into it. It's just like the Boba Fett thing. The Boba Fett movie was leaked, but ended up being a show. Just like Solo 2 and the Lando show, it's just stuff like that. But regardless, they should still plan it out. I mean, that's not an excuse. They should still... I mean, they're advertising it to be something. They advertise it to be, a show. Then they should think it out. They should have a plan for the show. That's not our fault that their plans changed. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm kind of looking back at these flashback scenes. First off, I enjoyed the flashback scenes with seeing Anakin coming back into the, or Vader, right? Into the Jedi Temple, slicing up younglings. I don't know. I like that part. What'd you think?
About what part?
And, Vader coming in the Jedi Temple. And like those types of flashbacks.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I wish we saw more though. But yeah, it looks like that he's looking right at her. I mean, that could just be the camera.
No. Well, I know, but I was confused like while watching it because when she was like, "I played dead," but then like he was standing right in front of her. How? He's the one that like killed all the younglings, right? No clones killed the younglings, right?
No, that's not necessarily true. I mean, the clones were with him, I know
they were with him, but like, did they do anything to the younglings, or was it just Anakin?
I am pretty sure that they shot some younglings down. I mean, they were shooting down the Jedi, like, I mean, they were basically they were helping them out in any way, shape, or form, so.
So that would be the only explanation as to why there could be a misunderstanding as to why Anakin thought she was dead, because maybe a clone got her, but again, it seemed like he was standing right in front of her.
No, to me, I don't have a problem with her, like, faking, her being dead, right? She could,
What are you gonna do? Stand there and then just fall down with no one hitting you?
right. No, I completely understand. That doesn't, like I said, it doesn't make sense that it appears that he is right in front of her and actually kills 2 younglings by her. It looks like that, but
right.
Like, if she was away and it just happens to look like that because of their horrible camera work, and I say horrible camera work because I also didn't mention this point, but I did when I was watching it because it was ridiculous. The action part at the beginning, or what? No, it wasn't the beginning. It was once they broke in, and it was like we're not quite there yet, but it was basically when the stormtroopers, the Empire and stuff, right, and the people inside, they all started fighting. Dude, who's doing the camera work? It is horrible. My eyes are having so much trouble focusing. There was some, like, cool parts with Kenobi. Like, he stabbed a trooper and stuff, and he's deflecting everything. He's doing all kinds of cool stuff, and I can barely see what's going on because the camera's shaking all over the place. Like, it's like the cameraman's in the battle. Like, bro, what the heck's going on? Keep the camera steady. I want to see what's happening, My eyes were trying to focus. It was ridiculous. Yeah.
For which part?
The whole it happened a couple different times. But mainly I had a big problem with it during the fight scene around the 18 to 19, 20 minute mark.
What fight scene is that?
That when the Empire breaks in, and they all start shooting, and
okay.
That whole scene, it was just so bad. I was like, I need to see what's happening. Like, I can see what's happening, but it's like, even when I, like, try and pause on something, it just looks so... I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I actually heard a lot of things about it in previous episodes that a lot of people didn't like, but I never had a problem with it until this episode. This episode, during that action scene, I was not in it. It was really weird. The training scenes were top tier. I didn't think that they were great. I didn't think they were bad. I just thought they were okay. I was expecting to see a little bit, like, for a flashback, I was expecting to see, it be a little bit more, well, bam! You know what I mean? I want to see something better, in my opinion. That's just me. But, hello there, Greater J1. How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. Hello there. What's up, that chosen one? Yeah, the Inquisitors do confuse it a little bit. Yeah, it basically breaks the rule of 2. I know they're not, like, 100% considered Sith Lords, but it's the same. It's basically them being Sith without them having the title Sith. And it's just, there's a whole reason why the rule of 2 was there. I don't see why. It's a bunch of baloney. It really is. Also, if you're impaled through this... Oh, yes, Jason, we're going to get there, my man. Please be just a little bit patient. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. That's what I was saying. Hey, this episode, it's a joke, man. Not just this episode, but the entire show so far. The fact that there's only one more episode, the overall thing's a joke. It is. It's ridiculous. It's unbelievable. But anyways, I'm playing it. I'm going to keep going here.
Good parts too.
Huh?
There were some good parts too.
But we've only gotten to one good part, and that's the only good part that we've really seen. Everything else, here's how I'm going to rate this, okay? There's, like, bad parts, there's okay parts, and then there's the good juicy stuff, okay? And I feel like even in the majority of the juicy stuff, it still didn't really fit. And I'll get to that why later. And I'm telling you, as I'm going through it, I'm basically skipping over the okay stuff. I'm like, okay, why am I going to talk about the okay stuff? I don't have a problem with it. It's not great. I'm going to skip over that stuff. Right now, I'm talking about the bad and then the good. We've only gotten to one good thing, and that one good thing so far is answering a question about Reva. And we're in episode 5, one episode left. I mean, I feel like this should have been answered pretty, like, a lot before this, but, it's okay. It is what it is. But I'm not gonna just shut up and take what they give me when it's this crap. I'm sorry. It looks, a lot of it looked like a fan film. Like I said, it doesn't feel, a lot of it doesn't even feel professionally done. And I mean, I feel like a lot of it just has to do with how the direction of where it's at. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of it has to do with them just simply not knowing their Star Wars. Honestly, I think that's one of the biggest things it comes down to. And another thing, when they're having that conversation through the wall, okay, another thing she says is, she starts like beating up on him, like, where were you, Obi-Wan? Like, okay, listen, you're a youngling, okay? You don't get to know where a Jedi Master is at that time, lady, so take a chill pill, alright? He was out there fighting General Grievous, he took him out, okay? And his boys, like Commander Cody, turned on him. So give him a break, okay? Just like, she was so like blaming him for all of this, almost. I mean, obviously not all of him. She's mainly blaming Vader, but I just feel like, why do you have such a problem with Kenobi, right? Like, in episode 1 and 2, it seems like she wants more Kenobi than Vader. You know what I mean? And I always kind of had a little bit of a suspicion that she was going to end up turning good. Not that she turned good, but she wanted to kill Vader, in other words, right? But
You thought that?
yeah, and especially after watching the last couple episodes, mainly the last one, with how she was interrogating Leia and stuff, it felt a little off. And especially,
How?
what do you mean? She would show compassion and stuff at certain points, and like there's a part where according to her character, right? At least this is what I called out, okay? From what we've learned about her from the first few episodes, right? That one Imperial lady that I forgot her name of, that lady or whatever, when Reva found out that she was lying to her, why didn't she just kill her? Like, instantly. You know? That felt really out of character, you know what I mean? But now it kind of makes sense. I'm like, well, maybe she's going to be turning good. You know, she also cut out that Jedi piece, remember? She paused or whatever in that one episode, episode 3, when Vader and Kenobi fought. When she went into that room, she kind of like paused for a second. Like, I didn't really think much about it, but after sitting on it and looking at these little things, I started to put it a little together. I didn't think too much of it. Like I said, it was just more in the back of my mind type of deal. But I mean, it wouldn't have surprised me seeing something like this, right? And it makes sense. I feel like that part makes sense because she wants revenge off of Anakin, you know? But what doesn't make sense to me is, why is she blaming Kenobi as a big part of this? Just because, what? Where were you? What, you're gonna say that to every other Jedi? Where were you? You would play dead, lady. Like, that doesn't make sense to me, because from episode...
She's also, the reason why she's blaming him, which I don't think it's right to blame him, obviously, but the reason why she is because...
You trained him.
Well, yeah, but you're supposed to be with your Padawan most of the time, so that's probably why her mind is that, you know,
But he was on, like I said, it's like a little kid trying to, you know, understand adult things. It doesn't make sense. Like, listen, he was on a special. If we think back at Revenge of the Sith, he's on a special assignment. Obi-Wan's over there fighting Grievous on Utapau, right? But even if we take those things out, and she like, let's say she doesn't know that, because why would she know that type of deal, right? What doesn't make sense to me is, if she hates Anakin that much, and she knows it's Anakin, it's not like Obi-Wan's over there killing the younglings, you know? It's just like, why does she have so much of a problem with him in episode 1? You know what I mean? And then even in this episode, it's just like, really, that's your motivation for him? Like, she was going out of her way, though, right? In episode 1 about Kenobi. Right? Yeah. So I was thinking maybe she has something out. She knows something about him, right? She has it out for him, but it just seems a little weird that she would be going this much for him just because of her question of, where were you, Obi-Wan? Like, what if he had a good reason? Are you just gonna lose your hate and be like, oh, I'm sorry about that?
I think she wanted Kenobi a lot was because she wanted to get like in Vader's like shoulder to shoulder with Vader, you know? I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and that makes a good point of trying to get that Grand Inquisitor, right? But once she achieved that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at that point, when she has achieved that, she's still doing that to Obi-Wan. Like, where were you? She already has her Grand Inquisitor rank. Like I said, it just feels a little out of order, misplaced a little bit. I will say that Force Push, that was a cool thing from Obi-Wan. 1828. That was sick. I feel like they're starting to understand how rusty Kenobi is. It only took him up to episode 4. I enjoyed episode 1. I thought episode 1 was great. Episode 2 and 3, it felt like they made him too weak, in my opinion. Yes, he's supposed to be weak. Yes, he's rusty, but not that rusty. Episode 4 and I feel like episode 5 did a good job of showing how Kenobi is when he's rusty. That, in my opinion, that's where I stand. So I enjoyed it. But look, I'm looking right now, right? And I'm watching this scene over, and it's just like cameras shaking everywhere. And I'm just trying to pay attention to what's going on, man. And I mean, I could still see what's going on, but I'd prefer it to be steady. You know, if you pull it up, you'd see what I'm saying. But I'm surprised you didn't notice it the first time. The first time,
I didn't really mind it.
really, wow. The first time I saw it, I was like, dude, I want to see Kenobi whoop some butt, man. I can hardly see what's going on sometimes. Like, I can see it, but it just feels weird and out of place. It doesn't, like, there's no purpose for it. Why is it shaking? Just to make it more action-packed? I feel like that doesn't really do a good job of it, to be completely honest. There's plenty of times where they can keep the camera steady and it's still full of action. But, you know. What's going on, Mr. Kingster? How's it going?
Hello there.
Tala, yes, thank you. That's her name. Another thing. So I'm skipping it a little bit here. Okay, yeah. All right. So it starts around. She starts to get in trouble. That one lady, Tala, I believe her name is, right? Around the 20-minute mark. 2012 is where I'm at specifically. I'm looking at this loader droid. But you can start to see she's starting to get in trouble by the Empire. The Empire's coming in, right? And this is where it takes me out of Star Wars and out of this show, because she's over here, and let's keep in mind, this lady is one of the most powerful ladies I've ever seen, because in the last episode, remember guys, she was held by 2 stormtroopers. One stormtrooper had one arm, one stormtrooper had the other. She got out of the grip, open slapped the stormtrooper's head. He was stunned for an entire minute and dropped his weapon. She turns to the other guy or whatever. I forgot exactly. Oh, that's right. She held his helmet. She grabbed his helmet, and the guy has his weapon in his hand, and he's being stunned or whatever. And I think he drops it, and then somehow he grabs it again or something, and then she takes it. Remember, we're talking about a very powerful Rebel Alliance lady here too, all right? But she's over here shooting, boom, 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 right? This loaded droid's kicking butt. Boom! I'm loving that. I'm loving it. Boom! She gets shot. At 20:30, she gets shot. You can literally see the laser bolt in her gut right now, okay? At this point, move on. Focus on Kenobi. We're watching the Kenobi show. We're not watching, like, this is more wasted time is what I'm saying. Look, boom. She falls down. Oh, like, listen, you know how many people from the Rebel Alliance die? It's almost like they're pulling another Wade, Sam. It's like, oh, another person from the rebellion died. Yes, there's thousands of Rebel Alliance people that are dying for this cause. We don't need to just be like, oh yeah, you know this character that you met an episode ago? Or, sorry, 2 episodes ago? The one that's undercover that has been risking her life? Oh yeah, we're gonna have the camera on her, focused on her. Forget about Kenobi. Keep going, Kenobi. And then Kenobi was so dramatic. It like I said, it put me out of Star Wars. He even went like this. There was even the slow motion. No! Like, oh my goodness, dude.
Calm down, bro.
I
knew you were gonna say something about that when I was watching it.
Yeah, dude.
I was gonna say something about it. You know what it reminded me of?
What?
L3.
Oh, from here's the difference though. I'm okay with the nose in Star Wars. We got it from Luke in Empire Strikes Back, Vader in Revenge of the Sith, Lando and Solo. I'm okay with it. But the fact that but here's the thing. There was some reasons, okay? There was both in Empire Strikes Back and Revenge of the Sith, which were both done by George Lucas. They had emotional ties to them, okay? We're talking about, we just found out that Vader, okay, one of the most evil beings in the galaxy was Luke's dad, okay? I would say that's definitely worthy of saying or yelling no, okay? Vader, on the other hand, okay, he just basically got lied to by the Emperor, got his arms and legs chopped off, found out his wife and kid died, okay? He just betrayed his best friend, murdered the Jedi and the younglings. You're telling me that no wasn't worth it? And then we cut it to this, where one person gets shot, and Kenobi's like, no, and I could be wrong here,
It's
but
because
I
he
could have.
loses everyone close to him.
Oh my! Do not defend this, Sam, please, please.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm not defending it, but I'm just think about it from another point of view.
Another point of view. I'll tell you the point of view.
I've been trying that lately.
Okay.
But...
Hey, I see it, but I don't see from any point of view how that could be justified, in my opinion. Not even the fact that how is she even close to him? He just met her.
I know, but she's been helping him out. He trusted her with Leia. You know.
Okay.
Stuff like that, I guess.
All right, back to the
point. If you want to stretch it.
And I could be wrong. I only saw it once. I'm gonna be watching it again. Okay, and again and again and again. But as of right now, the first time it kind of seemed like they actually put his no in slow motion, which I have another problem with. Star Wars is not a big one for slow motion. It's very, very rare and selective, and they're at specific points. Okay, whether it's like a little small part in Empire when, you know, Luke sees himself as Vader, you know, it's very selective. And when I see something in a dramatic part like that, it's like it's a whole nother realm of stupidity, and I'm already upset that they're wasting time on this, right? She's just struggling on the ground. Like, they're just like, it's cool seeing Kenobi kind of go ham on these stormtroopers. I gotta admit, okay, he's slicing them up over this. But hold on, I'm gonna mute Sam, not to mute you, Sam, but I have to mute you in order to hear this. I kind of want to hear this real quick. All right, give me a sec, guys. I want to watch this part because it's still going on. We're almost at the 21-minute mark. We're boom, 21-minute mark right now. Boom, it's been going on for 30 seconds. Obi-Wan's yelling for her name right now. I mean, I get it. It's sad. Okay. But like I said, it comes... I paused it right now. But it comes down to... so many... It just happens so often, right? And it's the Kenobi show. It's not this one lady's show. I'm sorry. It's like the whole Wade deal. They wasted 2.5 minutes on that Wade deal... on Wade guy. Like, bruh. No one cares about Wade. I'm sorry. Just no one knows the guy. We just met this lady. I get it. It's sad. We just found out why she joined the rebellion. But that's, like I said, every rebellion person. But what'd you say? Exactly. Who's Wade? She just said, who's Wade? Exactly. Exactly. He's the guy. Now he was the pilot in the last episode.
Whatever his name is.
No. That was the pilot in the last episode where.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, dude.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that was the dude. Oh, I literally. It's almost to the point where they're trying to make something that's so small, minuscule, so dramatic. I find it funny, and I laugh instead of being sad.
It's like Rouge in episode 8.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started about that, man. But it's like this. It's like I can watch a battle, like the Battle of Scarif in Rogue One, and I could see tons of people dying and stuff, and I actually feel something. But they don't put the camera on every guy that gets downed and be like, oh, let's hear your little sob story of why you joined the rebellion. Yeah. You know, we're going to spend 2 minutes on you. No, it's not like that. We see tons of people just getting dead. And it's just like, you feel it's like, oh, dude, the cause is there, man. They're dying for this. And then when it's something like so small like this, just another rebel, and they're spending another 2 minutes on somebody like Wade or somebody like this, it's just like, what are you doing, man? It feels so out of place. It makes me not sad. It makes me like want to laugh. Like it's so much of a joke. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
Oh wait, whoops! I should probably turn that off. That way they can't hear it. There we go. So I'm playing it again. Go! Yeah, it's slow. Yeah, it's slow motion. I was right. No! Oh my, dude! Like when he sees the thermal detonator, like, dude, she's willing to sacrifice herself, just like you. It's just I have such a huge problem with this, and I like the fact too that Kenobi's acting so helpless. Like he wouldn't have been able to do anything right there when the door shut. Hold on, wait. Hold on, I'm muting you. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Oh, I find it really cool because like when he was trying to like I guess quote unquote save Tala, he was getting like in the groove, and I just felt like he was his old self again for that like 1 minute where he was deflecting the bullets back, and like he was just doing really good. Like that whole cinematic like picture of just Kenobi, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's like I said, I enjoyed that, but there was times where I was like, it was really sick, but I feel like it was being ruined at times just because of the shaky camera.
Yeah.
And that was one of the problems I had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here I'm gonna continue playing this, but it's still going on. It's been on for over a minute now, guys, since she got shot. Still going on. Still going on. Still going on. She blows herself up. It's a white screen. Okay, now we're back to Obi-Wan at 21:47. So it started at what? I mean, this is precious time. And I say precious time because they're deciding to, instead of making an hour-long episode like I believe they advertised, maybe I could be wrong on that, maybe they didn't, but I thought they did, right? They're making these 30-minute long episodes and they're spending 2 minutes on Wade, 2 minutes on this lady's death. Like, come on, dude. And then they spend a lot of time on Reva interrogating Leia, and a lot of time on Reva, and they're not even answering questions. It's like so much wasted time, man. Hello, I'm still here. Hey, appreciate it. Justice for Wade.
Oh my god.
But like, I would not even be surprised if that's like, you know, it's a joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, so okay, now they're sensing each other. If we get the flashback again, we get all that. Okay, here's a huge problem I had. Huge problem. Okay, 23:22. When I saw this happen, dude, oh my, red flag. All right, so you know, let's go back to that one guy. I forgot his name. Green coat guy. He was in episode 2. Helped them out, and then he came back.
Raja.
Yeah, okay, that guy, the fake Jedi. So he's back, and Obi-Wan decides to have him, out of everybody there, he decides to go to him and say, "Look after Leia." You fake Jedi, the one who we saw scam people out of credits. And I'm gonna give you everything. He literally gives him everything. His blaster, his, not comlink. Comlink's the wrong word. Help me out, guys. What's that thing called? The communication with Bail.
Like the hologram?
Yeah, that. There's a specific term. I forgot what it's called. And then he gives him his lightsaber. And I remember what he says, but I want to hear it again. Okay, so I'm gonna unmute this. I want to hear him say it again because it blew me away. Look out for her, will you? He gives him his stuff. Like, bro, I pause it because I want to speak on this. Why would you? It doesn't even make sense that he'd give it to him. He's a fake Jedi. What's he gonna do with your saber? What's he gonna do? Huh? Someone, please tell me. What's he gonna do with Kenobi's lightsaber? I want to know. What is he gonna do with that, communication to Bail Organa? What's he gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know
Bale's
about
gonna be Bale's gonna be like, I don't know you. I'm not gonna talk to you. I don't believe that Obi-Wan puts you in charge of my daughter. You know what I mean? There's no way that he's gonna be able to communicate to Bale. Why would he give him the like you said, hologram thing, Greater?
Why would Bale go to Tatooine? Like, he's like, well, if something did happen, I'll go to Tatooine just
Right.
to look after Luke, or what?
Right, exactly. And
Okay.
yeah, that because he knows that the boy is important. But like I said, I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing that he communicated to Kenobi. I'm not sure yet. I don't know how I feel about that, so I'm not really gonna get on that too much. But I have a huge problem with Kenobi just giving him his stuff and saying, take care of Leia out of everybody there. It's just mind blowing to me. Like this guy's a scam artist. He just told you that he was gonna go back to his scamming ways to those people, the people literally that are struggling right now. He just told them that like at the beginning of the episode, like 10 minutes ago. It's like it's mind blowing. It's not Kenobi. It's out of character. It's ridiculous. I want to mute this and then he says there's other ways to fight. I believe, but I'm gonna play it in here. Yeah, and then he says the guy turns to him and says, "Are you gonna tell me how you're gonna fight without a weapon?" And he says there are other ways to fight. Yes, there's other ways to fight, but you don't fight stupid. And he knows better. And that's the problem I have. There's no reason. Maybe the blaster, I could see it. Give him the blaster. Why would you even I just can't find one reason of why that was good. That's so out of character. Am I the only one that thinks these things, guys? Or are you guys having the same problems here? I don't know, man. There's a leak saying about the last episode of Reva finding Luke and telling Vader will kill her. Wait. There's a leak saying about the last episode of Reva finding Luke and telling Vader will kill her. What do you mean telling Vader will kill her? Oh, are you talking about Vader telling her that he will kill her? I'm a little confused on what you mean by the last part. I was afraid when leaks were true. Why did the two stormtroopers take Kenobi back into the cave, hide out after Kenobi? That was another problem I had. That's also when I think I started saying that what a joke. Because yeah, that was ridiculous. When she told Vader, I know exactly the part you're talking about because I had a problem with that as well. She told Vader that she trapped him in there, and they put two troopers on Kenobi. Like, are you kidding me? You notice that, Sam?
What? Sorry.
Oh my, dude, your head's not in it.
No, it's because you've been talking for a while, and so I just zoned out. I'm sorry.
You're good.
So what'd you say?
Yeah, that's the next thing. Yep, it's literally when I was playing it. 23:48 is when that happens. There's two stormtroopers that take Kenobi. Like, there was how many stormtroopers there? And you just allow two to go in there with him alone. Serious? It's ridiculous. Vader will kill her? I mean, it makes sense. And we're not there yet, too. Hold on, I'm sorry. Just have a little bit of patience with me because I'm going to shred this episode. I am. It like I said, it's a joke. It is. Anyways, he's on his knees, and I like the part where he's like, "You're not bringing me to Vader, I'm bringing Vader to you," type of deal. Like you're going to do it now. I'm going to I'm going to use you. Type of deal. Okay. That was smart Kenobi. Okay, good. But yeah, they go inside the room at 26. 26 right on the dot. They go back to the flashback. I would have enjoyed a better flashback, man. And here's another problem I had too. The whole thing about the flashback, the whole lesson that they were trying to do, I think Kenobi actually spelled it out for us in I think one of his last lines in the flashback. Maybe it wasn't his last line, but around there, where he was basically like, Anakin was blinded from his his thirst for victory or something. That's not a quote, but it was along those lines. And it basically shows Vader doing the same thing. which I have a huge problem with because we're talking about a smarter Vader here. We're not talking about a young Padawan Anakin. Vader has learned from his mistakes, which is another problem I have with the show. Is it feels like that Vader's not being smart. I mean, at times he is, and then I feel like at other times it's just like that's not what Vader would do. Vader's smarter than that. Maybe before, but he's learned a lot. You know, especially getting his limbs chopped off between Count Dooku and Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's learned a lot to not be so arrogant. You know what I mean? And it bothers me that the fact that these people that are behind the show don't realize that he's learned from his mistakes and stuff. And I'm going to get to why that is in a minute here, okay? So we got Kenobi running. Leia gets the doors open. Vader's going in. They get the things open, okay? Vader's falling. Now this was sick. This part I love. At first, right when he did it, like I said, this is like I thought this would be, like I said, I'm a sucker for Power Vader. I am. I'll admit it. But like it was sick, man. This is one of the good parts about it. 2850. He walks in, the ship's going, and he just stops it, man, with ease.
Oh, I love that.
And he's pulling it back. I'm like, bro, yes. This was sick. I enjoyed this, right? He's doing this. He's bringing it down, and then he just, boom. Well, we're waiting for it. Wait for it. Yeah, dude. Yep. And then, boom, he starts ripping out the doors right now. Boom. I love this. This was great. He realizes they're not there, and then they take off. Right? Smart. Huh?
Sorry, not to cut you off. I could tell they weren't in that ship though when he was pulling it back though, because they weren't putting any more thrust to like get out of there and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, there's no way that they're on the ship. Either if they are on the ship, then Kenobi's not on that one, and he's gonna come out of nowhere maybe. But like, I was like, yeah, no, they can't be on the ship. They would put a little bit more thrust, you know, to get actually out of there. So.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I didn't know, to be completely honest. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I agree. But they get away, and we see Vader looking at him. And we go back to the flashback and how basically Kenobi ultimately ends up winning and saying that you'll be a Padawan. And it just goes back to saying it's just like, I just feel like Vader is not this stupid. I'm not saying he's stupid right then. It's just he's rushing in, and I understand he's hatred for Kenobi, and yeah, I like it when he rushes in too. But there's a certain, and here's another thing that doesn't make sense. Like, and I know I'm going back to the other episode, but this just shows that the theories out there are a load of crap. In episode 3, when Vader let Kenobi get away, a lot of what's kind of going on is basically, you know, he was too weak and Vader wants more of a challenge. And I'll tell you why I hate that theory. 2 reasons. 1, like I said, Vader's not that stupid. He's not going to make the same mistake over again, especially when the last time he was too arrogant and he got into the position he's at right now. He hates the position he's in right now. Think he loves being in this suit, being burned alive, having all of his limbs chopped off? No. He's learned. And I don't see Vader saying, yeah, get more powerful, Kenobi. I want to fight you when you're more powerful. I don't see that. I see him as like, gotcha now, sucker. You should have killed me when you had the chance. Now I'm going to make you suffer. I'm not going to kill you. At least not yet. I'm going to make you suffer. That's how I see Vader. He would have made him suffer, okay? Because let's say he does let him get more powerful. And let's say he does want to confront him again once he's more powerful. What is he going to want to do? The same old thing he'd do. He wants to just make him suffer. You know, what does he want to do? Prove himself? Like, dude, he should know that Kenobi's not going to be happy with his behavior. He's not going to be... He could already see that he's super strong. He doesn't need to be more powerful to realize how strong he's become. Like, I think that theory is stupid because of that reason. And two, here's why I also think it's stupid, is because now, even in the next episode, in episode 4, and even episode 5, as we can see, he wants him. You think he got more powerful within a day? Are you kidding me? So you're saying that you let him go to become more powerful, and then the next day, he's hunting him down again. You must be more powerful now. Like, what the frick? Who wrote this? Like, it makes no sense at all. Like I said, it's a theory. They're trying to theorize of why Vader would do that because it's so out of character. So, I don't blame anybody for trying to come up with something. I actually blame the people that made him even do that. Like, that was so stupid. I thought the whole fight overall, there were some cool parts, but like I said, there's just so many problems, man. But anyways, let's continue. Another part I loved follows up here with Reva and Vader. I love the fact that Vader already knew this was coming. I mean, he knew without a doubt, right? And he is taking her on with ease. He's not even trying.
Oh, yeah. I so too. I like
with
that.
just the Force, that was sick, man. I love that. That is beautiful. Exactly. I enjoyed that so much. Halfway up and to this point at 31:28, he grabs a saber, he breaks it, he turns one off, and throws it at her. Says, "Let's fight."
You didn't like that?
What?
You didn't like that?
No, I hated that.
I like that, actually.
I hated that. Because it goes to show, again, that he didn't learn his lesson.
He knows he can take her, though. He just wants to have fun.
Listen.
He feels stupid.
Yeah. I can see that to a certain extent, but I also feel like he already did play with her. He already played with his food. You know what I mean? He's already done that. Now it's time to snap her neck and be done and go after Kenobi. You know?
I suppose he left her there alive. You know?
Oh, hold on. We're not quite there yet. I'm just talking about we're not there yet, Sam. Don't worry. I'm gonna chew him out. Don't worry. But yeah. So okay. So we got that whole fight thing. I just feel like that's a little too much. I felt like that felt out of character when he gave her the saber. You know, he was already toying with her. He didn't. Why is he even giving her the chance? I mean, she has no chance. But still, why? Like, he knows this, man, because he thought the same thing in Revenge of the Sith, right? He thought there's no chance Kenobi's taking me. You know, and look what happened. And he should have already learned by now. This 10 years after, man, he's been training. And he should know that, hey, I thought this before. I'm not going to be so arrogant. I know I'm good, you know, but I'm not going to be idiotic like that. You know what I mean? I just don't see it. I mean, it was cool, but it felt forced and it felt out of character, and I don't like that. Like I said, so I like the first half. Didn't enjoy the second. I mean, it was cool to watch, like I said, right? But I just maybe it would have been a little bit more funny if he like did that with the saber and then pulled it right back after she tried to grab it. Like I thought that would I'd be okay with that, right? And then at this point, when she's kneeling down, she sees, yeah, she's standing. No, this is it's complete BS, man. I'm looking back at 32:19. We can see the back of her head. We see Anakin slicing these younglings, and there's tons of 501st troopers right behind him, and she's just staring right at him. So he let her live? Yeah, she's right in front of him. Oh, it makes no sense. Didn't he? What the frick is wrong? I mean, I knew they were gonna do this, but come on, dude. It's like they don't even watch it. Like, do they not even watch 3 and 4? You don't even have to be an expert at it. Just watch it. It's so annoying to see this. Yeah, just watching it again, man. And then I would expect Vader to like instantly kill her or something, right? Like a force choke, or I thought a beheading. Like, you know, she was in the same position as Count Dooku. I thought, you know, since he had 2 red blades, I thought he was gonna just behead her. But no, he goes for the stab. And then I make the joke of like, oh, it's okay, guys. He's just tickling her. Because we all know how Disney treats lightsabers. They're non-lethal. When has Disney killed somebody with a saber? Snoke, Gray. Snoke. Yeah, you're right. He did get cut in half. My bad. But I'm sorry. Let's talk about all the other times, right? Cal Kestis, a basic Padawan Jedi, gets stabbed by Vader himself, lives through it. We got Finn being sliced up in the back by Kylo Ren, a trained Sith Lord supposedly, lives right through that. Perfectly fine by the next movie.
Wait a minute. Question.
Yeah.
You know how, like, somebody said in chat earlier, like, getting, like, impaled with a lightsaber? Like, it's a pretty easy fix. It's not really fatal. Right?
What?
Somebody said in chat, when you get impaled with a lightsaber, kind of how, what's her name? Reva?
Yeah, I'm getting there right now. I was leading my point up to it. But yeah, what? What about it?
But they said it wasn't fatal, like it's easy to fix or whatever.
Yeah, Disney has twisted people's minds to think that. But maybe people forgot how many people died by a simple stab. We're talking about a lightsaber, not no blaster, a sword. We're talking about a lightsaber, okay?
Never mind.
Making like Qui-Gon, they're making like Qui-Gon Jinn seem like a chump, man. When they stab him, and he just dies. We have all these other Jedis that get stabbed too. The 3 Jedi that were with Palpatine, dead. Tons of.
My bad, Jason. My bad. Never mind.
Tons of people. Anakin slicing up like in episodes 1 through 6.
My bad.
I know. I want to talk about this for a moment. Not you. Disney. What's wrong with you? I'm talking to you. 1 through 6, lightsabers are lethal. Disney takes a hold of it. No longer lethal. Yeah, you're right. Han Solo got killed. That's Jason. That's because they couldn't pay him enough. Trust me.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say about Han Solo getting impaled by Kylo Ren, but then you were like, I'm being sarcastic, and then Ray was like, so that's why I was like, oh, never mind, he's being sarcastic.
Yeah, what's up, Headshot Expert? It says, hold on. I want to catch up on chat too here. You can see chat, yeah, but I'm like really into it right now. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on chat, and I'm gonna continue saying what I'm gonna say. Actually, no, I'm going to say what I'm going to say first, and then I'm going to catch up on chat right now. I'm a little behind. Okay, so ultimately what I'm saying is, typically, nobody really dies from a lightsaber stab, according to Disney, unless it's like a legit, like, cut in half swipe, right? I see someone in chat said Trilla. Yeah, you're right, but he sliced her, like you said, right? It wasn't a quick stab, it was a slice. Just like Snoke was a slice. But even then, sometimes, Finn got sliced. Well, he's pretty fine. So it's just hit and miss, right? And here's the problem I have with it, right? Is that not only happened to Cal Kestis, but also the Grand Inquisitor, which we're not quite there yet. That's enough of its own. But the Grand Inquisitor, and now Reva. She's alive now. And it's like, I'm trying to wrap my head around, when did lightsabers just become, oh, here's a little tickle, right? And all of a sudden everybody can survive from them, right? And I know people like to throw in my face Darth Maul and Anakin Skywalker, right? But here's the difference, okay? There's humongous differences. One, the first time we've ever seen this in canon was Darth Maul. He was cut in half, and he lived. But then guess what? George Lucas, the genius he is, explained it. He explained why. And it was a force power. Believe it or not. Yeah, a force power. And it was basically his hatred and revenge, okay, that he was thriving off of, right? Off of the force to survive. He used his pain, he channeled his pain and his hatred and his anger, all these emotions, right, that the Sith uses and he uses it to stay alive. And that's what Anakin also did in Revenge of the Sith. But here's the thing, guys. It's extremely hard to do because you are in so much pain and you're right there by death. You gotta be so immersed in the dark side. It is unbelievable. Okay? Palpatine is there. Vader is there. Maul is there. Cal Kestis is not there. Okay? He's not. Finn is not there. Okay? What's Reva? She's not there. I don't care how you look at it. Yeah, she hates Anakin. It's a different type of hate, okay? It's different. She's not that powerful, as we can see, obviously, by the past few episodes, right? She's just not. And if she can't even show her power in a lot of these, in the little time that we see it, how can we expect her to survive and use that power? And I know a lot of you guys are going to say the same thing about the Grand Inquisitor, and I'm going to tell you why. It's a lose-lose situation, and I said in episode 2, it breaks lore, right? And it won't make sense regardless. I said they broke lore if they kill him off. Obviously, they didn't, and he returns. Let me play it. He walks up, and he basically hints towards the same power Maul used. Maul did. He brought up pain, and revenge and anger, and that's how he survived type of deal. And I know, they have two stomachs. Yeah. I've heard that argument 1,000 times, and let me explain why that's a bunch of load of crap, okay? Now, first off, let's talk about the stomach issue. 1, they have two stomachs for a reason, okay? 2, let's say it landed perfectly in just one stomach, and he doesn't need the second one. It's just an extra stomach just cuz, okay? Let's just say that. The person who wanted to kill him, the one who did, Reva, okay? She wanted him dead. Why didn't she make sure he was dead? Don't you think you'd pay attention to see if the guy is alive right next to you, trying to stay alive, or dead? He's laying there right next to you. I feel like, why couldn't you just behead him? Or stab him again? Or do anything? Anything, literally. And obviously, you know what else that shows me? That this Grand Inquisitor doesn't have the power to do that. Huh?
Nothing. I'm talking to Jason. Jason, it's Fennec.
But anyways, right? And here's the point I'm trying to make. He claims he's using the power that Darth Maul is using. Bull. And I'll tell you why. That's such a lie. He's not that powerful, and I'll tell you why. If he was so powerful, how'd he not see Reva stab him? I saw that coming. Are you kidding me? I mean, I know I'm the Grey Jedi, but Sam's not the Grey Jedi. Let's ask her. Did you see that coming? Did you see when he said, step aside? Did you expect her to stab him?
Yeah.
Boom. Right there, man. And that goes to show. First off, if you didn't see that, which you gotta be so stinking stupid to not see that, because she literally disobeyed his direct order like 2 or 3 times before that. So the fact that he's not getting the hint blows me away. Second point of why he's not that powerful. In Rebels, guess how he dies? He dies in a fight to Kanan Jarrus, and I'm sorry. I love Kanan too, to a certain extent, but he's not that powerful as a Jedi. He's just not in comparison to a lot of Jedi. He's just not. And you can't really blame, I'm not blaming him. They could be a lot more powerful, but you gotta think about it. They're Padawans. They've only had a little bit of training, right? And then Order 66 happens, and they're cutting themselves off from the Force. And even if they are meditating all the time, right? It's just like, he got bested by Kanan Jarrus. He's not that powerful. Every time we've seen him, when has he done something super crazy? Please tell me. I want to know. So that way maybe I have a little motivation of... It looks like Disney just threw in this reason. Like, oh, we need a reason of why he's alive. It's so just put together in a horrible way. It's really bad in my opinion. And then, here's another thing. Is they stab Reva, and then they let her live. It goes back to the episode 2 deal, right? Where I'm like, it makes no sense that the Grand Inquisitor is alive because Reva wants him dead. Why didn't she just kill him? You don't even see, like, you don't even want to chance something like that. That is so stinking big. You're wanting to replace him. You better make sure he's dead. Think it out. Like, come on, man. And then same situation here with Darth Vader himself, which blows me away. The Grand Inquisitor there, which by the way, he is claiming that he used, like I said, the Darth Maul power. I say Darth Maul power, it's not really his power, it's a Force power, but I'm trying to give some context for you guys that don't know. So I'm using Darth Maul power. He's using the Darth Maul power to stay alive, right? Off his revenge off of her, okay? But yet, he's doing nothing. He's leaving her. He left her! What do you mean? You have no revenge towards her. You didn't do nothing to her except get the last word. Does that make you feel better? What is this, a child show? Come on. This is ridiculous. So there's that. And Vader is there too. Vader doesn't let an Inquisitor that tried to kill him live and let Kenobi get away and let Kenobi use her. What? No. You stab her and then you let her live, and what? She's gonna do the same thing? Her hate for her revenge off of, like, oh, dude, it is so out of character in everybody's part. It blows me away. And as you can see, this is why I'm having a huge problem with this episode, right? It is just so childish. And obviously she's alive and then she finds out the information about Tatooine. And yeah, that's another thing. Like I said, I can't believe Obi-Wan Kenobi trusted that guy with this stuff. And of course he drops one of the communication device, right? Of course. She finds out, she knows where to go. And now she's after Kenobi more than Vader, which... I mean, I guess she is still trying to go after Vader, just after his kids now. It's just a bunch of load of crap, man. Anyways, let me catch up on chat. I appreciate your guys' patience. Honestly, when I saw the scene, reminds me of Force Unleashed vibes, like how Star Wars pulled the Starkiller. Are you talking about the last episode, episode 4? Yeah, that was a cool one. I like the cinematography on that. If it had to be that way, it had to be that way because of A New Hope. When I left you, I was with the learner. Now I am the master. That brings up another point, right? And that's what I said at the beginning here. Is that what they mean by that line? Like, are you kidding me? I understand that they're doing that, but they only had to do that because of their bad writing in the first place. They could have made it where their last fight was on Mustafar. And to be honest, I kind of prefer it that way. I prefer it that way because I doubt they're going to fight again. That's Kenobi's way of besting Vader, I guess. Which, I mean, I guess he did. He escaped. And I'm not... It's better than the last fight, but... And they didn't even really fight, you know? It was just more like him escaping, but... It's just... It's annoying. I must admit, I was expecting a beheading like Count Dooku. Same. I was disappointed we didn't get that. Agree. Same here.
I was expecting that too.
Yeah. Maybe Palpatine hit him in the heart? Wait, what do you mean? It's the inconsistency that bothers me with how they treat the lightsaber. Yeah, I agree. 100%. You're 100% correct that they make Qui-Gon Jinn look like a total chump. Yeah, and he's not. And I love Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon's one of my favorite characters, and the fact that they do that. And not just that, it makes everybody that gets stabbed look like a chump. You know? Sorry, guys. Exactly, they could do that because they were Sith Lords. Right. And like I said, the Inquisitors are supposedly supposed to be like Sith Lords, but without the title. I mean, these guys are fully entranced, and they're not just a Sith Lord, right? I don't even think Count Dooku could pull it off, to be completely honest with you. I mean, you gotta have that special something, you know? You gotta have that. You gotta be a warrior. You got that heart. You gotta have that heart of just, you opened up the pain, your hate, your anger. I mean, you're using this to live. You know, this is not the first time we've heard of this power, you know? So basically Kenobi is going to kill her next episode when she threatens Owen and Luke, probably. And this is probably going to be the hopeful, and we're starting to see more of the hopeful Obi-Wan, which is fine. I'm liking that transition and stuff. But yeah. Looks like I'm caught up. Did I miss anything, Sam? Oh wait, also the Boba Fett side chick, what's her name? Yeah, Fennec. She got a new stomach. Yeah. Don't get me started on the Book of Boba Fett, man. Like I said, I'm just gonna tell you guys so that way you guys know what to expect, because I've actually put in a lot of thought into this. But I'm gonna be having a Kenobi review type of video after the last episode comes out. That way I can judge the entire show. And obviously with how the amount of problems I have, I just thought I'd make it a series. And I'm calling it The Problems I Have. And it's gonna be, I'm saying it's a new series because it's gonna be, it's like I said, I didn't expect this show to keep lore. Which blows me away of how shocked I keep on getting. I think the reason why I keep getting shocked and I get annoyed is because I hold out hope that they will get it right, you know? And I know deep down they won't, but you know, the rebellion is built on hope, I guess, you know? But I'll be breaking it down too. In these discussions I try and break it down as well, but I'm gonna be typically sometimes maybe I might miss a couple things, you know, the very first time I watch it, and the second and third time I'll go ahead and, you know, catch some more things and be like, yeah, how did I not see that the first time or something? Typically I see the majority of things the first time, but there are some things, and maybe there's some things I had a problem with and I think it out and I'm like, okay, maybe not. I could see that, you know, or something I did make sense of and I'm like, oh wait, you know what? That doesn't actually work. You know, some things change. So there will be a video. You guys can expect that, and I'm going to be breaking it down 100%. Every episode, every little thing. People are going to call me nitpicking, but I'm going to say it right now. The only thing I feel like I've nitpicked so far is how Vader looks in that one scene at the beginning of this. I feel like everything else is completely justified because it deals with lore, continuity, just laziness things where Disney's just being lazy, and things like that. But I feel like I've talked about the majority of the stuff, the good, the bad, about this episode. With these types of episodes, one thing too is when it said there are certain scenes in this fictional series that viewers may find upsetting. Like, what did they do in this that really made them put that? That's what I'm trying to think. You know what I mean? Like, because they haven't did this, I don't think, in any other Star Wars material. So I'm like, what did they do different? They didn't have that beheading thing with Reva, so I'm a complete loss of words right now regarding this. But I feel like I kind of overall got the majority of my points. The Book of Boba Fett was so bad, like really, really bad overall, 3 out of 10. Yeah, I agree. I feel like everything that Disney has done is really, really bad, with the exception of Rogue One and Solo. And I guess Clone Wars Season 7, but I personally don't even really like to give them credit for that because it was pretty much already done. Maybe not necessarily the actual thing, but in terms of story, a lot of it was just taken from what George Lucas has done. So I almost don't even want to give him credit for the last 4 episodes and the first 4. They could take credit for the middle 4, the Rafa and Trace arc. I mean, I don't understand why they'd want to take credit for that regardless, but they could take it. But the Bad Batch was done for Lucas, and so was that Siege of Mandalore stuff. So I don't even want to give him credit for that, to be completely honest, because they just did what he did. The one good thing about this episode is I actually got to see how powerful Vader was in the Force. 100%. Yeah, that was by far. In fact, if you look at my favorite parts from all of these different episodes, it happens to be Vader showing his power. You know, my favorite part of the last episode was when Vader was about ready to kill Reva. You know, him storming in there all mad. Favorite part of episode 3, maybe not favorite part, but I don't know. It might be my favorite part. It's up there, where the part where he's dragging him in the fire. What else? This episode, right? We got him pulling down the ship and ripping the doors apart and him toying with Reva. I love that. I do. It's out of character a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. And it's almost like it hurts so much. It hurts so good type of deal, right? Like, it hurts that it's hurting lore, but it's so dang cool to see at the same time. It's just like, and the fact that he's not even trying and he's just doing this, just a toy. I love it. So it's a love-hate relationship. And like I said, entertainment-wise, I think it was overall fine. Like, there was a couple parts, obviously, where I was just like, okay, I docking a little bit of points, but overall, I think it's fine. Just in terms of lore, it's horrific, like almost everything else they do. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Any last things with you, Sam? Chat?
Not with me. I thought it was a pretty good episode until you pointed out a lot of stuff.
So, do you agree with like some of the things I was saying, or do you disagree, or like maybe agree with some, disagree with others?
Kind of with the majority with you. Actually, I think I agree kind of with everything.
All right.
I just
Nice to know that's not just me.
Yeah, I just didn't view it that way the first time around, because I wasn't really like looking for things. I was just kind of enjoying it.
And that's the thing that bothers me too, though, is I feel like I'm not even looking for that stuff. I'm just trying to enjoy it. And the fact that I catch that many things my first time around, you know what I mean? And that's the problem I have with Disney Star Wars is, I do this with, ever since Force Awakens came out, man. I guess you could say even Rebels too. It's just like, ever since they came out with this stuff, I've always recognized the problems. And I'm just like, and it's my first time. And I'm just like, I feel like they could, and I'm one guy. I don't understand how it can go through so many people, that are so-called proclaimed like Star Wars fans. But it feels like they haven't even watched the movies, man. That's what it feels like. Like, I just recently watched A New Hope. And I'm just like, how does most of this stuff fit? I have a friend that I'm trying to get, to do the Star Wars marathon, and I'm having him watch Kenobi as well, right? And they're on A New Hope, and I'm just like, to make it make sense for them, I'm like, forget everything that's happened in Kenobi, because it makes no sense. It's ridiculous. Right. It's ridiculous.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah, it literally felt like I was watching a video game, Major Force Unleashed vibes. Yeah, and like I said, it's a lot of cool parts, and that's why I said it felt like a fan film, right? Is because the cool parts came from very powerful Vader, which obviously a lot of fans love, right? And that's what you would do in a fan film. And the shaky camera stuff, right? I don't see how that's professional. I don't see how some of the writing was professional. The slow motion with Kenobi yelling no, that's very fan filmish in my opinion. The whole, why I joined the rebellion, death scene, the Wade stuff. Like, I just help me not see it. Help me not. I want people to bring reasons to me. I do. I really want. I'm reasonable about it. I know it may not seem like it a lot of times, but I am very open-minded about this stuff, and I want people to try and convince me that I am wrong and that it does make sense, because I want to love it. I really, really do. And it's just so hard because it feels like it's very basic stuff.
Yeah.
And people love the sequels, and I always try and talk to the sequel lovers too, and I'm like, how do you like this? And I bring up a point, and they bring up something, and I just don't see it. I don't see how that even makes sense. Which actually we could talk about if you want to for a second. It's not very long. Hold on here. I'm brain farting of the name here. Trips. I was gonna talk about. Actually, we'll save it for another stream. Because he's just talking about the sequel trilogy and about Rey being a Skywalker, and like I said, it comes down to like I'm all for reasoning and stuff, but like this is a good example of someone trying to show me reasoning, and I look at the reasoning and I'm like, the reasoning is bullcrap. I'm not saying everybody's. It's just like to me. right? I'm not trying to be like, oh, you're bullcrap. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, to me, that reason doesn't make any sense, type of deal, right? Like, people only have to theorize about a lot of this stuff because of the bad writing. So it's really their fault, the people that's making it. But like I said, when people are trying to come up with these theories of like Vader went away with Kenobi, I've already kind of confronted the ones that I thought don't work. People are trying to make sense of it. I respect that. I always try and do that. I fail at that sometimes too. But that's the stuff I'm trying to talk about. Is like, I don't see how that works. And the same thing with the Grand Inquisitor. Like once they stabbed him, I'm like, it's a lose-lose situation now.
Yeah.
They put themselves in these positions every time, and I'm not trying to be repetitive. It's just it bothers me.
Yeah.
Because I love it so much, and I want it to succeed, and then it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know why I'm so surprised. I knew this was happening. I knew this was gonna happen. I mean, if they came and do it with Rebels, what makes me think they could do it with the Fragile show?
Yeah.
What's going on, Benefactor? That was great. You enjoyed it? Hey, I'm glad. For all you guys that enjoyed it, by the way, I'm glad that you guys enjoy it. I really do. I love it when people can, enjoy the sequels, enjoy Kenobi, enjoy Rebels. That's great. I wish I could enjoy it too. But me personally, I just see too many problems with it.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think that's going to do it for the stream, guys. I had a lot of fun talking. I'm very surprised I didn't end up coughing a lot more than what I did. Speaking of coughing. But I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I love talking about this stuff after watching it with you guys. So I appreciate all you guys stopping by. You guys contributing in chat. I know I can't read all of them. Because sometimes I just get really into it and I get behind sometimes, but I always try and come back and watch, read it and stuff. I love the scenes. I love that scenes hadn't showed in the trailer, and we absolutely got a new episode. Yeah, that's always nice. I like to see a little bit more. I like to see a really bomb trailer, but also where the show has so much bomb stuff in it, where there's like so much, where it's just like, oh, the trailer did nothing in comparison to what it is, and the trailer was bomb type of deal, And I feel like that's one thing that has been a little bit of a bummer. I mean, granted though, when there's not a whole lot of stuff, I prefer the trailers they're giving us, which seems to be the case. But I'd prefer a lot more of the cool action stuff, right? That makes sense and in character. And I'd like a pretty bomb trailer. I thought the Book of Boba Fett trailers, most of them were pretty bad. Same thing with the Kenobi. No, that's not true. The Kenobi, I don't know. I had more along the Kenobi trailer was great. The first one, at least. I mean, I was. You guys already know how I felt about the show going into it, but I remember when the trailer popped up, I could not stop screaming once the Duel of Fates came on with the Lucasfilm logo. That was amazing. That was probably my favorite part of the trailer. But even in there was great seeing Ewan McGregor back and stuff like that and things like that. But there was also some things in the trailer that I felt like break lore already and already gave me those indicators, and seeing the Inquisitors and stuff and yada yada yada. You guys know the drill. Anyways, appreciate it. Love you guys. Catch you all later. May the Force be with you always.